you better, boy. So take this risk if you wanna.
Tap into Hop the series.
Whether a man or woman, want it or you got it. It's a divine affection. Yeah, you can't live without it. Such a lover, girl. I'll give you all the feels. Step into my world. I promise you'll love it here with me. You know this fem energy. When I feel safe, when I feel heard, when I can trust you at your word, makes me feel so. I'm just a girl ready to nurture you. Just love it here with me. Fem energy. I can read your aura. Get that skill from my mama. And I can make you better, boy. So take this risk if you wanna. A real lover, girl. I'll give you all the feels. Step into my world. I promise you'll love it here with me. You know this fem energy. When I feel safe, when I feel heard, when I can trust you at your word, that makes me feel soft. I'm just a girl ready to nurture you. When I feel safe, when I feel heard, when I can trust you at your word, that makes me feel soft. I'm just a girl ready to nurture you. Fem energy. Just love it here with me. Fem energy. Whether a man or woman, want it or you got it. It's a divine.
Hey, it is already Wednesday. Welcome to Hop the series, hosted by myself, Peach, or Pierce, whatever you call me, and the fabulous birthday girl. Come on, birthday girl. What's your name? Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Hi everyone, it's Smack said it. How y'all doing? I
All right.
just
So,
want to tell everybody thank you for all the love for my birthday. I really appreciate it. It's a very humbling experience. I didn't know the love was there like that. So I appreciate it. Thank y'all during the time. I appreciate that.
you deserve all the love that you could get and all the many years you can get. You
Yeah.
know
Yep.
that?
Yep.
Another year.
Another year
Happy
here.
birthday to you.
Thank you.
So, hello everyone. Welcome to Hop the Series, a House of Peach Inc. series produced by yours truly, Peach ENT or Peach ENT Media Group. Hop was created to inspire aspiring female entrepreneurs to chase their dreams through the art of storytelling by sharing real stories of courage, perseverance, and success. We empower women to believe in their vision and build the future they deserve. So,
Hmm.
storytelling is important. So, tonight's topic is community building. But before we get into it, let's talk about our week. How was your entrepreneurial week or your regular week or whatever you want to share, Vonda? How was it?
It my entrepreneurial week was good. I made a lot of contacts, and I do a lot of research and things like that. Just getting data and getting like stuff that I want to know, so that when I make an entrepreneurial decision, I'm making a sound decision that is going to benefit the business.
Mm,
So I had to do a little bit of research. Reached out to a friend who connected me with some other people, and I had some good conversations and consulting for me this week.
okay,
So
cool.
I don't want to put too much out there, but it was good. It was good, definitely good.
Okay.
So my
Oh,
entrepreneurial week was good. Um, Health wise, I had a lot of appointments this week, but entrepreneurial, that put me right in my spirit, put me right in my way, gave me some things to, read up on and to really make some sound business decisions here in this next quarter.
okay. So my entrepreneurial week, I spent a little bit of time working on my personal life because, of course, like we discussed, you have to have your personal life kind of in order before you can actually be an entrepreneur, right? So you got to balance it all out. So I've been spending time doing that.
So
Also, I've actually been sitting down with pen and pad, writing up some things. Well, you can't see it here, but writing up some things and organizing for the fourth quarter. As you guys already know, if you don't know, I have two nonprofits. So I did a little bit of organizing with I Am Me with my team, and so I'm kind of happy about where that's going.
mhm.
And the House of Peach, we got to start our meetings, and I've been, well, we've been organizing all these fabulous interviews and stuff coming up. So yeah, this has been a
Yeah.
personal and entrepreneurial week of organization. So I've been working on that, and I'm excited and I'm happy to see how all these things just flourish out. I can't wait till 2027.
Yeah.
I'm off into
Yeah.
2027, everyone. I am no longer in 2026. My body is here, but my mind is in 2027.
That's a I like that. I'm in 2027. That really means like you really have sat down and you, like you said, you got that notebook full, and I'm almost there to 2027. I need to make another decision here in the next quarter, but then I'll be right there with you in 2027. Trust it.
All right. So tonight's topic, and hello to everyone joining us again, community building. Oh, all right. So tonight we're going to talk about why it matters and give you some ways that you could connect with the community. So yeah, Vonda, connecting with the community. What do you think? What are your thoughts about community building? Because you are awesome at doing just building connections and outreach and stuff. What are your thoughts about it?
Community building is so important. I do a lot of that in my community. I believe in network is key. That is my, network is key is one of my mottos, and your network is your net worth. That's my little motto. I've been saying that for many, 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 many years. And it's very important that you connect with your community, because those are the ones who are going to pour into you. And you got to build those relationships. And once you build those relationships with people who are in your community, they bring more to you.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
I'm gonna start off there.
Okay.
The
I
build the relationship part, that has to happen,
yes, it does. It
because
does.
nobody's gonna come to you if you don't build the relationship. You got to speak to them. You got to, you know, be a person. got to ask some questions, find something in common, or you as an entrepreneur, you got to find out about your community and what they want. I've never seen anybody put something in the middle of a community or be an entrepreneur in the middle of a community where a community doesn't need it.
Right. I agree.
You see what I'm saying? And a
Right.
lot of people don't look at that as entrepreneurs. They may say they don't study the community that's around them. You got to make sure that if you're going to put your entrepreneurship in that community, that that community is going to support you. That's why it's good to canvas the neighborhood sometime.
Right. Right. So I got a different perspective that I like to add on to it. Why I think my thoughts on community building. The first one is, as an entrepreneur, we have all these hopes, we have these dreams, right? But you
Mm-hmm.
need a consumer to support it. And I
Yep.
think a lot of times as an entrepreneur, we just present our hopes and dreams and push it on the community, and we want them to give to us. But we forget that we have to give to them. You just can't jump out there and expect um the community just become whatever it is you do. If you sell something, you can't expect them to become a customer. If you're hosting the event, you can't expect them to just show up and be a page. It's just you have to connect. And I had to learn that the hard way. You can't come with your hands out. You
Yep.
gotta come in with the spirit of building, like you said, relationships,
Mm-hmm.
getting to know the people around you, and finding out what they need. Not just jump out. Hey, I'm here. Now give me your money. Cause it doesn't work like that. So
Yeah.
it's very important. If you're watching, drop your comments so we can read them and you let us know what you think about community building. But yeah, I just see a lot of entrepreneurs thinking, like that movie, if I build it, they will come.
Yeah. No.
It don't work like that.
And yeah, it doesn't work like that. And I think some of the seminars and trainings I've been to, people who've been doing it longer, and different consultants, people who are out there, they say that. You know what I mean? You got to bring something that people want, and then you have to also be in the community so that they know that you're there. You got to let them know you're there. It's a constant grind. It's not just
right,
pop up, be there, and you stay right in those. If it is a storefront, you can't just stay in the storefront. You got to
right.
get out there and actually let people know you're there and introduce yourself
That's
and
true.
build that relationship with them. You disappeared if you dare. Oh,
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry, everyone. Yeah. So as usual, peach fashion, I created some charts, right? And we're
yeah,
going to talk about why it matters, why you should. We told you our experiences, why we feel it matters. Vonda is really big on building relationships. Me, I just feel like you shouldn't just be accosting people for their money. Like it's you just creating something and then you just trying to get everybody. No, it doesn't work like that. It's a mutual relationship when you're an entrepreneur. So let's get into why it matters. Why community connection matters for entrepreneurs. The first one is you build trust, right? You got to build trust. People support businesses they know and believe in. And I think for me in the beginning when I started Peach ENT, I think I did kind of pretty good with it.
yeah,
And I don't think that I knew that I was actually doing that by just going out to different people parties, getting to know people that was in my demographic, um, and just socializing. And I was meeting people where they said, so I didn't really realize I was doing it But yes, I was building trust.
Relationship. Yeah.
How did you go about building trust?
So, well, when I first moved to Delaware, I don't even know if people really realize I was at, because I wanted to be, I started off as a party promoter. That was my business, smack E.N.T. Everybody needs this. So I started going to everybody's party. And, I'm a talkative person. So while I was going to everybody's parties, I was finding out what people liked and what they didn't like. I would get in those, you see the girls got their faces all scrunched up, like, oh, what's wrong? What happened? I'm gonna get in the conversation. And so I just started going to a lot of people's events, taking notes. And then when I decided to step out, I had the biggest parties in the city because I knew what they wanted. You got to do some homework. And then I started collaborating with some of the other promoters. And I started seeing that we started promoting parties on top of each other. And I felt like we needed to have like a coalition. And some saw what I was trying to do. And so we tried not to do events on top of each other so that everybody could make money. But we brought the entertainment culture here to the city of Dover for the urban community. And I did very well with it. But it you have to get out there and support businesses. I even brought vendors in, other people who had businesses. I would bring them into events. If I did outside events, I would bring them in because I know that when it's my name at the top, people are coming. Let me bring you some people, so some new people who may not be, coming into your storefront or to see you where your business is. So I would have vendor opportunities so that they could come in. It got to the point where I have VIPs and I have people come in and cater the food down there, tasting the food. Now go over to the restaurant. You feel what I'm saying? So I created building relationships. You got to build that trust. So I was bringing people into my hemisphere so that they could, you got to take advantage of it so they could bring them into where their hemisphere is, and we're spreading the love. And it's beautiful.
Wow.
It's beautiful when you sit back and you see other people use that formula. You see what I'm saying? Then you seeing it being done in other events that are not just here in Delaware, but you see it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I created that, but that's what I did from my observation, from my formula of being a party promoter. I wanted to not only bring entertainment, but let me introduce you to these businesses that we have for our people.
Okay. So Smack gave y'all an excellent way to build trust. People support businesses that they know and believe in. So that's, I mean, like for me, like I told you, I just basically started showing up at people events, introducing myself to the people that was orchestrating them.
That's how
Um, I just show up, hello, hi, start supporting
other
people's
people.
event. Yeah, just if I can invest in it, I used to do that too. So yeah. The second one is know your customer. Learn what your community actually needs. What do they need? What do they want? And I think great ways to do that is to simply ask, whether it's by surveys, um, community outreach. There's multiple ways to figure out what they want, what they need. You can actually go online and do some research. Find out what's going on in the community around you. Like I realized there wasn't too much stuff for black LGBT people, so it was just brainless at that point. Like, okay, we
Hmm.
need this. I don't see this happening. I see them going to Philly. There's nothing in Delaware. Now that was a hard it was a hard transition trying to
Yeah,
get
because
people.
where you from, you see it all the time, and then you move to
Yeah,
it, and you don't see it, and then you was asking me, and I'm just
like
like,
how do you get these people to even stay in this state?
yeah,
Then you got to understand how the dynamics of the state you live in. So
Yeah,
you got to know your customer. But now, since I started doing that, I see stuff springing up all over the place.
yeah.
So
And
maybe I opened up a door. I don't know.
did. I'm keeping it real. I think you did because I've been here. I've been in here since '96, and it was not like that. Like we was, you couldn't be just. I would come here from Maryland to party to Dover. I'm keeping it real. Like the LGBTQ community. And then when I lived here, I'm like, where they all at? Everybody was like, where they go? So everybody be mixed in together, you know. But then when there's a lot of private parties. It wasn't out in the
Yes.
open, when I got here. And I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna be me. I'm mixing in. They gonna love me. And so I feel like I started something because I'm me. When you're transparent and be who you are, you don't really have no problem. People either gonna like you or they don't. And
Right.
so I just got along with straight people, gay people, trans. It don't matter. I got along with everybody. Everybody was at my parties. It wasn't separated. It was all community, all unity. It was all fun, and we all
Right.
had a great time in the same building.
Right.
But I understand what you said when you said, because I remember you asking me, "Where's everybody? Where they at?"
Yeah, so you got to know your customers, know what they want, know what their needs are. You got to know the actual area that you coming into doing things. Take the time and get to know the people, the business owners, the culture, because you'll create something to have a whole culture shock and realize it's not here because they don't want it here. That can also be something or issue. Um, but
And I
yeah,
gotta say this, Peach, be a person. Like sometimes people, you know who they are, and they do that. What they call it, code switch. Just don't code switch. Don't do the code switching because it come across fake. When you're an entrepreneur, be a person, be you, because that's what they see, and it's up to them. Like I'm me. I ain't switching.
right.
know, just be a person.
Right,
That's the best advice I could get there. And know your customers. They either gonna like you or you don't. You know what I'm saying?
right, right. So the third one is grow your network, and that's your favorite. Meet collaborators, mentors, and referral partners.
What's my goal every week? You remember?
I don't remember.
Now, that I'm, fighting like I am with my health. It before then I was, I my goal was 15 people a week. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear
15.
you.
And to some may think that that's a lot, but because of who I am, that's not a lot for me. But I had to 15 people a week is was my goal of meeting collaborators, mentors, and referral partners. Now that I'm fighting, I've cut it in half.
You
And I
know,
can tell you I am still meeting my goals because you have
uh,
to grow the network in order for the business to blossom. So that's why, like, and people ask me to come and speak, I go and speak because now you got a crowd. I'm gonna meet my goal. I'm gonna meet my seven. Somebody in that audience that got something I need, that got something that I can learn from. I'm not scared to talk to people. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to grow the network and talk about your business. That's why sometimes I get upset. I don't want to say I get upset. I look at people and they share more of other people's stuff than their actual business and the nuggets that are in the nooks and cranny of their business. Share more of that because you got to keep sharing it. You know how the algorithm is, but you got to keep sharing that so that people will keep coming. And then they're going to share your stuff, what you're putting out there, right? And then they probably got like 1,000 or 3,000 friends. Somebody out of that thousand, I always assume that at least 10% of those people are gonna like what's in the nuggets and the crannies. And you always have to have something there so it can come back to you. That's why I tell a lot of people with advertisement, don't forget to put where people can get up with you. That's how you grow your network. You gotta put it out there.
And one thing that I learned when it comes to growing your network, for every 100 people you encounter, you probably only going to get less than 10 of them.
You're right.
So you got to keep always networking,
That's the grind.
networking, networking. I mean, I learned that the hard way. And let me tell you something. If you on these social media platforms and you see people with millions of followers, that is just a number. That don't mean those millions of followers are showing up to their events.
Yep. We 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 know that firsthand, right? Know that very
Yes.
firsthand.
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 And you gotta keep networking and networking. I mean, up into the day of. I remember the holiday party. Oh
Yeah.
my God, the word of mouth of the holiday party. We just steady just advertising. And most of our stuff, Darlene said, "How you doing, Darlene?" Word of mouth is refer is gold. Word of mouth, we got over 20 people where we were trying to advertise, and I'm going outside and talking to people and going to other events. And woo, remember I was selling tickets at one of your meetings
Yes.
that I went to.
You sure were.
So
I was
listen,
facilitating a training. Had
network
tickets.
never ends. It never ends. You don't know where your number one, you don't know where your customer is. You don't know who's going to collaborate with you. You don't know where your mentors are. You just got to show up and keep pushing. And like I said, I learned that the hard way. I'm thinking I talked to 100 people that all 100 of them was going to show up. And that is not the case. That
Nah,
is not how that works. No.
yeah,
You
that is business, darling. Social media is superficial, in person, it definitely is. And
yes.
can I share the story though about the business card? Remember, I said, "Where your business card?" We was at a big event. Ah, I forgot them. Remember, we downloaded the digital business. Let me tell you, you got to be on point, boys. We were putting them phones up there. They were getting them.
Scan it, scan it, scan it. Yeah, that's a new
Yeah,
way.
that's the new way. There's no one. Look, if you do not have a digital business card, you need to get that app on your phone. We get busy. Sometimes we don't pick up the box of business cards. I don't be carrying no pocketbook, and our business cards sit in a little case. But you sometimes you forget your business cards and your flyer. You know, I'm
Yes.
old school. I like to put it in your hand because and I get it small so it can go in your pocket. So when you go home and pull everything out your pocket, you're going to remember the interaction with me because why I want you to be there is on a card now where all my information and the time of the event and you got to be there and it's going to be eye catching too. But the digital business card, I need everybody on here is an entrepreneur. I don't care what it is that you do. If you're trying to grow your network, please get the digital business card app. It is free and you can design up to three. But I will not say the name of the business card until they come and be a sponsor on this show.
Another way to grow your network, I remember printing out flyers and I was so crazy. I was putting them in people windshields, walking up to people at cars outside of clubs. I went all the way to Philly talking to people, putting stuff on their cars. I'm like, what in the world? I was just like a maniac.
But when you did that in Philly, it brought you opportunities for radio.
Yes, it did. I met so many wonderful people.
Yes. And like
Wonderful people.
just by what we call them literature drops. You know, when you're we call it canvassing, and you're handing out flyers to people. We used to do it like every weekend, and it became like a promotion and marketing team where we were doing it for other businesses because they saw that people were like, everybody knows y'all. Like, we started doing it for other businesses and promoters, putting their flyers out. Back in the day, you could get 5,000 flyers for $199. And then you start paying people to canvas. That's the old school way. Now everybody's
Yeah,
hung up on digital, social media. I still do the old school way.
yeah, yeah. So let's get into number four. It says increase visibility. Strong relationships create powerful word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with the, like I said, with the visibility thing, I was popping up. Like, listen, I had the motto to take me to your leader motto. If I could get to the leader, then I could get to their followers. So let me go introduce myself to all the leaders, and then hopefully they'll share my flyers, they'll share things they want to get involved with what I'm doing. So take me to your leader. Who
Mm-hmm.
is your leader? That was one way. As well as, talking to people, and when I had my events, hey, I don't care if you only have two people in there, those two people count. Those two people got mouths they can spread. You treat them kind, you treat them well. Um, if I have some freebies or giveaways, I gave it away as I was building my business. I had little goodie bags. So yeah, I just kept building the business. Just kept building. What about you? What did you do to increase visibility, Vonda?
I'm gonna tell you, like, for me and my, what I do in the advocacy world, I would be at every event that had to do with some issue campaign that was going on in my community. I'm taking a little switch. I was there, and I came with resources and business cards, and I would have the flyer for my event. You know, I would find something in what they were presenting and try to link it to what I was getting ready to facilitate on or to educate our communities on. And then I would invite them. Well, I would set up a meeting first, but then I would invite them to become a vendor, to set up a
Yes.
table so that you can share your information with my people. And then from that event, we come together and collaborate another event together where we're both talking about our issues. And then you got their people and your people. And then you're now bringing in other people who are also out here advocating for things. And then we start and do a big event that's outside where we got all these different resources and giving back to the community.
Right. Yeah, I did a lot of that too. You
Yes, you did.
utilize
I learned
vendors
from you on some of
from
that stuff.
like especially free vending. Another thing that I did, I realized I couldn't afford actual media, so I would go to shows like these. I would go to people's podcasts, their live streams,
Yeah,
whatever you had going on, I inserted myself in it. Even if our businesses didn't align. I'm
yeah,
like, listen,
you
maybe
did.
it might align later, but this is information.
Your time becomes ours. That's right, Dorothy. How you doing, Talib? That is so true. I gotta, after I met you, and I'm looking at how you're moving, you were moving through trying to reach your goal. I picked up so many nuggets and gems, and I was just implanting it into and I don't know if you saw that. I was starting to do some of the stuff that you was doing, and it made me look at the formula I had for my entertainment company, right? And I was like, yo, I ain't never thought of that. Let me add that in, into the formula. And I noticed that my open mics that I was doing started to become better. I started, because sometimes we get what do you used to tell me? I used to have these
Tunnel vision.
tunnel vision, and
Tunnel
what's it? Yeah,
vision.
you used to tell me that, and I was like, oh, look, I just added this to this, and yo, more people are coming. So I just want to tell you, you got some great stuff. You need to write a book. I've been telling you that.
Oh my God, thank you. Another thing to increase visibility, I wrote myself a little script and I kept it in my notes. And every time I was going to do something, I would go and inbox people introducing myself. So let's just say I'm running, I don't know. Well, I'll just use my business. When I was having my events, right? Even for the nonprofits, I'll find my demographic. I would jump in your inbox, introduce myself, and I would invite you to my event because some people need that actual nudge. Like, hey, it would be something like, hey, my name is Peach, how you doing? Let me introduce myself. My name is Peach, I'm the founder of this and that, and I would love if you could come out to this. And I
Mm.
would put the flyer and I would drop the information. So it is multiple ways to become visible. And then I will go on other websites, like event websites, and just post up. So I did so much stuff. I don't know where I got the energy. I think this was the pre-diabetic stages of things where I was doing all of this, but I was getting it done. I was getting it done. So now that I'm saying all of this, I'm gonna have to utilize these practices for a couple upcoming events that I'm having with my nonprofits. But yeah, I was doing a lot of things to increase visibility.
Yeah, I think you did. I think you increased your visibility. I didn't know you was doing all that in the background, but I know that I was seeing Peach ENT everywhere, Peach Radio, everywhere I went, you just saw it. And I used to remember I asked you, "Do you got a team behind you?" And you're like, "No, it's just me." I was like, because everywhere you looked, you saw it. Even the flyers in the community. You walking into the chicken joint, and there's your flyer. I was like, "Wow, that's what's up." That's that old school I be talking about. That's that old school. That's old school style.
All right. So let's go into discover opportunities. Community connections can open new doors, and that is absolutely true.
It is. And I want to say something. I have some friends, I would say friends, associates that I myself see so much more in their entrepreneurship, but it's like what we talked about. Sometimes we hold ourselves back because it's something that we're not used to doing, and you got to get out there. In order to open those new doors, you have to be the salesman of your business. Nobody
Right.
else can do it for you. A piece of paper with some words on it can't do it for you. A flyer can add to it, but you got to open your mouth. But the thing you got to do is you got to believe in you that you got this to go out and meet some new people.
Yes. It starts with believing in yourself. You
Believe
got
in
to believe in that product before you can actually sell whatever it is.
yourself.
Um, but discovering opportunities, community connections can open new doors. Okay, so for me, so many doors open for me after I got out there and I was speaking and meeting new people. I managed to build connections with people that were opening up little mini studios. Remember, what is it? A radio.
Radio in Philly, yeah.
At the time, D had her own little radio segment on a station at another spot. Um, I was just meeting so many people. And then through the nonprofits, connections with politicians, connections with the museum, connections, just so many. When you put yourself out there and you believe, you open so many doors that you don't even know is possible. When Sarah McBride showed up to one of the IME events, I was shocked. I
I
was
was
like,
shocked
really?
too. Yo, I was shocked and stayed there. Not no,
Yes,
no, not no pop in and pop
and
out.
stay there. Yes,
Stayed there, danced,
yes,
danced, ate, partied, was a
yes,
person.
yep. And sending, I mean, just for the show purposes, and she actually kept in touch. I'll just put it that way. So yeah, I mean, you don't know the doors that's going to open just from you being who you are and doing the things that you do. So keep at it. Keep the faith. Believe in what you are doing. Believe in yourself. Believe in it, even if no one else does. Even if no one else, if they even dismiss your idea, keep going. Create loyal supporters. Now, I think I was pretty good at that. With most of my businesses, I believe in creating a family atmosphere because I realize people love family, right?
Yeah.
And I will always make it my business to remember your name.
Hmm.
Everybody that came through, I introduce myself. What is your name? Okay, such and such. My name is this. And when I see you, I was call you by your name if I remembered it. And then I say, or if I didn't, I say, hey, family, you know I'm getting old. I can't remember everybody's name in the family. What's your name again?
Yep.
And
Let's do
by the
it.
third time, I would know your name.
Hmm.
So that's how you create loyal supporters. And if you can't remember their name, talk to them when they share an experience. Sometimes you connect the experience with a person, and that'll help you.
Yeah. Yeah, darling. I'm bad too. I am so bad. Uh, look, anybody who's come in contact with Smack in the past 4 years, well, I'm gonna say 2 years. I would tell you, can you text me right now because I will forget and put your name in there, and when I get settled at home, I will send you a text. Let me tell you, I am bad with names. But yeah, I like that one, number 6, creating loyal supporters.
Yeah, and I
Has to go
have a
before,
lot.
yeah. And so, I just want to tell a story about this one, right? I got two of my friends who have a business downtown. It's called Al North 35. I'm if I was more healthier and could move like I want, I used to be there 2 or 3 times a week. And it's about what they do in the community, and it's the fact that I can go there and get my herbal supplements as well, whether I want to purchase it or eat it there at their store. And that's what I love about that, because it's education inside. And it that is definitely, we have built a relationship where we're beyond a one-time transaction. So I do support that business. There have been people's businesses that I've gone to, and you're asking me for my email, but you've never sent me anything to my email to let me know if you have a sale coming up, or if you got something going on, an event at your store, a pop-up. So my thing is, why did you need my email?
Mm. You know what else I used to do, Vonda?
Hmm.
And you probably remember this. Remember after all my live streams, like like I said, remember the person name if you can. But I
Right.
used to always leave myself open to where you can inbox me. We
Yes.
are family. Inbox me if you need to talk. And
Yep.
especially it was useful, especially for my nonprofits, because I had a lot of people that would actually hit my inbox to
Ask.
chat with me and share their stories. And
Yeah.
then when I met them in person, it would make it even more special, and they
Yeah.
felt seen and heard. I'll share a story. So with I Am Me, I had no before I Am Me with Peachy and T, I used to
Yeah.
throw the
Mhm.
LGBT parties. I had I think she was a lawyer and she was
Mhm.
transitioning if
Mhm.
she wasn't comfortable with herself at the job. So she
Right.
would jump in my inbox and have conversations with me. And when I had my first party, she showed up and introduced herself to me and said, Peach, thank you for being a support system, being supporting me through this. And I'm brave enough to actually come out here and enjoy myself as myself. And that just warms my heart. So that's another thing. I kept connections with the people. So I'm not saying that you have to do that in my way to like keep your inbox open, but find a way to connect. So the name thing, and I kept my inbox open. I don't know what type of business you have, but the more personal you can make it, the more the more of a personal experience you can give them, you'll have a loyal supporter
You
and
have a yes,
customer.
yeah, yep. And it'll go beyond that one time transaction, because I can tell you firsthand, I've seen it with IME, and how you were communicating with certain people who were going through their transition, right? You created a safe space through the holiday party, but it was all of the you made it comfortable for them to come out and be themselves. And it was
Right.
also almost a tearful moment for me, because I'm learning what the story that you were telling me, and then to see them in person, so beautiful and just having fun and dancing and just living life. So you got to communicate.
Yep. And I'm hoping to do that with Hop, bringing the same family feeling.
Yes.
Um,
We're doing pretty good. I mean,
yes. And you know what? I do not believe that saying, that old saying that women cannot come together, collaborate, and get along.
oh,
I am throwing that in the trash. And
that's right.
here, Hop will be a safe space for women to come and learn from each other. And we're going to instill that family way into them.
That's right.
We're going to assist each other, help each other grow. So, yes, that is how you create loyal supporters. The first thing is always try to remember their name and give them a hell of a personal experience with you
Yes. Yep.
so that they want to come back.
Exactly.
All right. So, the next one, number 7, give back and grow. Make an impact while strengthening your business. All right. So giving back can look like many things. We all seen it.
Mm,
Donations, showing up. Like Vonda, we gave back. We
yeah.
showed up at an event.
Yes.
So
And
sometimes showing up is enough.
yeah.
Monetary support, if you can. If you can't get monetary support, donate something. Like I see so many drives where people need clothes or whatever. You got old clothes, support, build that relationship, make
And
an
we
impact,
actually,
lend your time.
yeah, we actually for Hop brought on a new like collaborator, because they have a clothing closet, and the clothing closet, you know, was for people LGBTQ, that are, you know, I don't like to say the word homeless, but they're unhoused, and so they're living here to there. And we were able to donate clothes. I mean, everybody got clothes they don't wear, and then and that became a collaboration, and they're always at IME now as a vendor, uh, talking about what they do. That's how
Right.
you grow, because they're going to talk about you, and not only them, but they're also going to talk about you. And so I really like that. And people have to understand that even if your business is big, you're sitting in someone's community that is taking advantage of what you have, or that you're selling to the community. It's very important that you give back to the community. We're not saying you have to give back to every nonprofit that's in the community, but you need to give back to the community, and it needs to be known that you did give back. And so one thing that I do is I always set something to the side. You know what I'm saying? When you do your finances, you got to, and
Right.
it's called the give back. That's what I call mine. So that when someone says, "Hey, I need some donations for back to school," I might can't hit everyone, but I look in my get back, my give back, and I get what I can. It's important that we're not out here trying to give, take from our community, but we also have to give back
You got to
too.
give back.
And that's
Yes.
going to keep it going.
That is so important. I love how, you came up with the idea for the when we were having the festivals like the IME Fest and all that, to
Hmm.
give book bags. That was an excellent idea because again, that's us engaging the community and we had more support. Like it was beautiful to see the families with their children's coming to get the backpack and stuff that they needed, the resources and stuff. So yeah, give back and grow. I love that. I love when we went to the museum when we had the extras and just supported them, said thank you for, supporting us with our holiday party. And we have these book bags. Could we come to the museum? We know y'all have events for children. Can we give out the backpacks down there in Wilmington?
Yeah.
That meant so much to me. So yes, I do believe in the give back and grow and
Hmm.
making an impact within the community. And we try to do it all the time. Like we used to
Yes.
have their Sunday teas with the little brunches, and like I
And we,
said, I'm always trying to give a gift. Even with my parties, I gave you a gift bag
yeah,
because I appreciated you coming. So
yeah.
yeah, a little bit of appreciation goes a long way when building.
Yeah, you have to give back in order to grow. And that's why the holiday parties, I mean, I saw where they started to where they are now. And it's all about it's about the experience, but it's a lot of education and people are networking. It's just so, if you've never been to an IME holiday party, you need to get to one. That's all I could tell you than any of their events. But to back to what you said about the Sunday teas, them Sunday teas, you had to you weren't they was growing. We had to shut some of it down because we ain't got enough, limited tickets. But the memories that were created in there, that's how we met Senator Hoffner at a
Right,
Sunday tea. And
right.
she wasn't even senator yet.
Yeah, she was just Kara Hoffner,
She was
an
just Kara Hall
ally.
ally. And just hearing her story, and her, telling us about, where she came from. I mean, we could relate to some of the things. Sometimes people think legislators are these famous people. They're regular people, you know what
Right.
I'm saying, that got visions and goals. And it was just a great conversation. And
So Darlene said the community is given to you, so you need to reinvest in your community. You
that's
should.
right.
Another way to reinvest, and then we're going to get into the 12 ways to connect. We're going to tell you how to connect with the community. Another way is if you are building, right? And you have these people coming to you, and like I said, you don't remember their name, you don't build the relationship with them, support their businesses. I can't stand when a person knows somebody has a hall or something and you trying to have an event, but you won't support the person that comes out and supports you. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
If you need t-shirts and you know somebody that makes t-shirts that support you, well, get the t-shirts from them.
Big shout out to Lizzie
It should work in a circle.
Lit by the Sea, Lizzie Gola.
Right, right. It should go right. It should go in circular fashion.
Right.
It should never be outside of that network. If you got, you build and build together. And I love doing that all the time. I
Hmm.
love doing that. If I know you have something that my small business needs, one of my nonprofits, I'm reaching out to you. I'm not reaching out to Joe Blow that never stepped a foot in anything that I had going on. I'm coming to you. And that's, a great way to give back and grow. It's
What
an
it say?
excellent
Number
way.
What it say? Number three, grow your network, meet collaborators, mentors, and referral partners. It's there.
So let's talk about 12 ways to connect with your community.
There we go.
12 ways to connect, right?
Y'all make sure if you got another device, go ahead and screenshot that.
And if they
If
can, I'll put it
not,
on House of Peach.
Yeah, we'll put, if you haven't downloaded the Hop app, you need to do that. All this information will be here, to help guide you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And follow us and go download the app. We'll have all that in a few minutes so you can download. Go ahead.
All
Sorry.
right. So 12 ways to connect. Number one, and which is my favorite, but time consuming, host community events, mixers, workshops, pop ups, panels, meet and greets. You got to host a community event. It
Yep.
can be, if you're a nonprofit, I suggest you make it donation based, because you got to have the lights on to make it run. Get
Yep.
some sponsors.
Yep.
If you're not a nonprofit, make sure you have the funds to see it through. Organize it correctly and neatly. Don't depend on your door sales to pay for this event. You should be walking in with your event paid. PAID.
ID.
I would not recommend that. Then you have a story about that having to figure out how to pay for an event at the end,
Yeah.
depending on the door sales.
Yeah.
Never do it to yourself.
Never do it. I learned that early in the game. You pay, all bills are paid before the doors open.
Right. Yep.
You
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 should be
just
walking in making money.
you walking in making money. Your bills are paid beforehand, and that's how you at you can destroy relationships that way. I'm keeping it
Right.
real. Have your bills paid before the event starts.
Right.
You do not pay bills after the event. I was too trusting when I was younger, and there were a lot of things that I did free back in the day, and I still ain't got paid from some of the stuff. But it's just a learning. You know what I mean? Your door is your profit. That's right, Darlene.
That
Thank
is right.
you. Yep.
And I say plan, 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 plan. Make sure it makes sense.
Yes.
Make sure this event makes sense where you're going to get some financial gain or something out of it. Is a networking gain, or you're going to get more customers, more visibility. Make sure you're getting something out of it.
And then
Um,
now, some events are free, and so if you have a donation jar out, that's your profit. If you're there selling something, of course, that's your profit. But most community events that I've been to are free, but a lot of people do have their donation jars out because if you create that ambiance, you're gonna get your donations.
okay. So just a little tip from a nonprofit owner. Make it make sense if you're going to do free. If you're
Yeah,
going to do a free event, then you need to find a space that's free for you to host the event,
and that
like
would be
your
a
local
library.
library. Yes. So make it make sense.
Yep, gotta
Make it
make
make
sense.
sense.
Don't be going to no $2,000 hall. We're not talking about that. No, we got some nice libraries around here. Make that event free. Put your donation jar out. I'm just saying.
unless only way I would do something like that is I'm trying to attract a high paying supporter, a potential high paying, a high value supporter, not even a high value
Yeah,
person with a bunch of money. So if I'm gonna have a free event, the hall is $2,000. I most likely would never do it. The only way I would do it, I would get a sponsor.
yep, there it is. Yo, you
I
and
would get a
Darlene right on point.
sponsor.
Y'all said it at the same time. You said
Yeah.
sponsor to carry the cost. Yeah,
Yes, I would have to get a sponsor.
yeah,
But
yeah.
in the case I can't find a sponsor, and I'm trying to build a business to attract someone that's, maybe it's for billionaires and millionaires. I'm trying to attract. Maybe I might put out the 2 grand and host this event and invite them into this space to sell whatever I have to sell, because then maybe it might be worth it to me. But in the real world where I reside, sponsorship is the goal, is the key,
Yeah,
especially with nonprofits.
nonprofits. You have I help a lot of people with their sponsorship packages. So it makes sense with their nonprofit. You know, they'll come to me and ask me how it looks, and I give them ideas. And sometimes I always tell people, stop, don't look at the big money when you got a 250, like a 250 sponsorship, and you're giving them a lot. You may have more people get the 250 than get the 500. You know what I'm saying? But if you get 10 of those 250s and you know your goal was 2,000, you don't you got it.
Right.
Yeah.
So look, should we let's try to go through these because we are already past our hour mark.
Yeah, we are. Let's
All
get to
right.
them. Let's go.
So number three, sponsor local initiatives, events, youth programs, scholarships, giveaways. That's sort of like what we said
You
earlier.
forgot number
Invest in
two.
other. Oh, number two, partner with nonprofits. Support organizations that align with your values. That
Yep.
is a no-brainer. That is a sure way to get stuff done. Nonprofits, we know our ways around ways to get stuff done.
Yeah,
Um,
I need entrepreneurs to really start doing that, is to partner with nonprofits. And if you're a entrepreneur that is for profit, you need to start partnering with nonprofits. It's going to bring you more business.
yep,
There is a nonprofit out here that aligns with your values. And when I say your values as a person, number one, but as your business as well. And that is one thing that a lot of people should start doing, and they will see their business grow. God, I'm sorry.
yep. Number four, collaborate, don't compete. You talked about that. When you talked about everybody have similar events,
Yep,
collaborate, either come together or host the events on different nights.
yep.
Number five, volunteer your expertise. I spoke about, you know, sometimes you don't have money to invest in things. You can volunteer. You can mentor, train, advise, offer professional services to get yourself out there and
Don't be a
connect with the
gatekeeper.
community. Yeah, don't be. I'm never a gatekeeper. Never
Nah,
be a
me either.
gatekeeper.
Me
It
either.
will never work out for you because
Yeah,
people find out the information anyway. Create
exactly.
opportunities, hire locally, use local vendors, feature local artists. You know, we are both big on that with the local
Yes.
artists and the
Hmm.
vendors and hiring people from within our network to help us
Yes.
out. Use your platform, highlight community people, events, and resources. Oh, wow, we do a lot of these things.
Yes, we do.
Highlight community people, like Smack always suggests giving out awards.
Yes.
Um, Recognizing, giving people recognition within the community.
Yeah, give them the
Um,
flowers while they're here to smell them.
Yes, 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 yes. Number eight, show up without selling. Yes, I was saying that earlier. Everything is not about you selling something to somebody. Sometimes you just show up to the event to support.
Yes.
Attend events and build genuine relationships with people. Get to know them. Get to know their names, build that rapport. You'll get through more doors that way. Number nine, ask your community. Listen to what people actually need. We discussed that earlier.
Yeah, you've even
Do
done
a
some I like how after your events you send out a survey.
Yes, do a survey.
Yep.
Um, you could do a survey before,
Yep. You
after.
done one before and after. I like that.
Number 10, build community online. And this is where my nonprofits and HOP, HOP, we are there.
You were there.
Live streams, social media
Media,
apps,
apps,
podcasts, and
podcast groups.
groups.
You do
We
it
have
all.
been we have been ahead of the game with this one.
Yes, we've been Plug Studio Network, huh? I can't even remember the years. What, 2018?
Yeah.
Long
And
time.
by the way, if you are looking to build a podcast, please reach out to me. You could go to peachent.com, which is turning into a media group. And if you have a show that can fit any one of the nonprofits, we'll stream it. Because we've been doing this for so long that I'm connected to multiple groups, multiple pages. So yeah, that's one of the beauties of live streaming.
Yeah, we're on several different platforms we're Apple, we're everywhere,
It's just everywhere.
everywhere.
All right. So 11, invite participation, collaborations, guests, content, internships, and partnerships. We are here. We are
Oh,
here.
yeah, man, you dropping jewels tonight. This is everything we do. I love our new intern too.
Yeah. Gotta have a meeting with her.
Amazing. Yeah,
And number 12, be consistent. And we
consistency.
talked about this last week. Be consistent even when you are sick. We gave you multiple ways on
Ways
how
that
you
you
could
can show
still
up.
be consistent and show up for your people.
That's right.
So,
Yep.
wow, we gave a lot of information tonight. I done gave a lot of tips and tricks
Yeah,
tonight. But you know what? I feel great. I feel great
I
about
do
sharing.
too. Yeah.
Feel awesome. So, if anybody has anything they'd like to share, drop it in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about this episode. I think we shared a lot of, especially me, we
Hmm.
shared a lot of what we do and how we got these businesses afloat,
Right.
and how we probably still use some of these ways to connect with the community to
Yeah.
continue to grow.
Yes.
And I think for me and my businesses, and then you can share yours, my evolution is online community. That's
Yeah.
where I am. I'm looking for expansion with the nonprofits, and I'm like, the only way it can grow is through online. That's
The
the
world
beauty
is,
of it.
yeah.
Multiple audiences throughout the US, across the country, and I hope through all of us supporting each other that we garner that attention and bring in all that knowledge and wisdom from
Yeah.
multiple women from all over the world.
Yeah.
And
And,
I'm calling that into existence.
yeah, and I think you're doing a great job with it. I think we're doing a great job with it. I mean, look, since we've been doing this, I mean, come on, you had your first real radio interview in DC. That was major. I was
Woo!
like, yo, man, oh, like
That was what,
thrilled.
five, four? That was years
Nah,
ago.
that was years ago. I wasn't
But
even
I
finished
still
yet.
have that relationship.
Still
I
have that
still
relationship.
have that
Yeah, because
relationship.
they want you to come back. But that is so amazing how something that just started in Delaware that just has been reaching because you've been asked to come even further to shows, you know what I'm saying, and to do events. So when you talk about that online, that is so true. And that's where I'm at with it too. I do a lot. I've got to look at me, I'm
Lot of
working with,
you have a lot of opportunities throughout the
yes,
state,
yeah,
and
that not around here. Some of these people I've never met, and I've been working with them for what, 6 7 years. You know what I'm saying? And we never met face to face. We met online. We see each other virtually, but I haven't even been to see you so I can give you a hug. So
right,
yeah, the online is the thing. That's what's going to help people grow and start selling. Taking your entrepreneurship, in a different direction. Sometimes it's not just where you are on land. I mean,
right.
where you are in your state, you got to also be able to produce it out so that it goes other where. And that's how it's going to grow too. I'm excited for next week's show.
Yes, yes, I am. And while we're at it, let's talk about some of the things we have coming up in August, which is now Leo season, Virgo season. It's gonna be awesome. So next week, go ahead, do the honors. What's happening next week? Do the honors.
Next week, we got our special guest, and she was on here tonight. I'm so excited. One of my favorite people. I even call her one of my mentors. She drops jewels all the time for people in the community. We got Darlene Sturgeon will be here, and it's called Keep On Moving. And she is coming to drop some gems for y'all. Y'all got to make sure y'all tune in because she's also gonna be doing a couple of things that you'll be able to get some free consulting too. So Make sure you tune
Yeah.
in next Wednesday, 8 p.m.
Yes.
I look, if you follow us on YouTube, you know you get that 30 minute. We let you know we get ready to go live in 30 minutes. Y'all need to be here. First come, first serve is all I can say. But she's coming and she's got a story to tell. And the topic is keep on moving. Miss Darlene Sturgis,
Yes.
excited.
I am too. And then after that, we have the lovely Helena Rose coming to visit us. And we actually have live footage because we visited Helena Rose and it's awesome. I can't wait to have the conversation
Yeah.
with her. I'm excited. Young female entrepreneur. That's awesome.
I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but to see her in motion,
Well, I'm not going to
I
tell
love it.
everybody what Helena told me, but you know what? She got it done. She got the
Yep.
job done. That's excellent work ethic. She got it done regardless of the day she was having. She got it done. So, but
Yeah.
yes, everything else up here is from the actual app. Everyone that you will encounter on Hop the Series will be inside the mobile app with mentorship buttons, or if you just want to rewatch the episode, we do have prior episodes of House of Peach, the series. And it was not actually hosted by Vonda and myself. It was hosted by two other lovely ladies, April and
Yes.
Morgan,
Mm-hmm.
and they did such an excellent job. And we have stories of over, I don't know, 20 women.
Yes.
So just tap into the app. Tap into the app. It's a wealth of
Beautiful story.
information.
Oh man.
And coming soon, we'll have the Picture Purpose grant already organized and together, and hopefully in 2027 we could usher that in and start giving out these business grants. But we thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you got something from this series, listening to us ramble on about our entrepreneurial experiences, because honey, it is an experience.
Yes. I
These
agree.
ideas you have are nothing but babies, and the only way they can flourish is if you raise them. They're like children.
Mhm.
With
Making a
that being,
difference out here, women empowering women. Now, men, I did for the men out there that have been hitting me up in the streets talking about smack. Why ain't y'all got men on y'all show? We may, me and Peach have been talking about it in our meetings. We're gonna figure out something to get the kings on to get y'all on here. We got y'all, but
you know,
you know,
put it out there. If there's a man, two men that would love to host a series for
for men,
House of Peach for men,
hit us up.
inbox me, hit me up, or email me Pierce, Peirrce at houseofpeach.org. We would love to hear y'all stories too. And I
Yep.
will tune in and watch every week as I'm streaming. I wouldn't have a choice until I
Yes.
train my assistant. But I'll be tapped in. But
Yep.
you know what? I
That
think
is
that's
what
an
she
excellent
said
idea.
that she's offering, and I know you're watching. That is what she said she would offer. So find someone else, for so that you can, she's telling you basically some good stuff.
Yes. Let us hear your stories. Maybe it's something to learn from you.
I'm just saying. I did my part.
All right. Well, let us get off of this.
Yes.
Tune in next week to Hop the Series. If you enjoyed us, share us with a friend. We'll be on next week at 8 p.m. with the lovely Miss Darlene Sturgeon as we talk about how she kept it moving, how you could keep it moving.
MBA.
Um, that's right. So y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all next week. Vonda, do you have any closing words?
All I gotta say is network is key.
Have a good night. And
Good
remember
night,
to
everyone.
continue to build community.
Yes,
Bye.
build community. Build those
Feel energy. fast girl from my mama.